is that your wife? Well, no. No. Now, the next question, right? The woman that you're in a relationship with, right? Are she your people or is she from another race, like Caucasian, Chinese? She a so-called black woman?
Oh, the relationship I'm in right now?
Yeah.
Well, she have to be black.
No, she don't have to be, because a lot of our brothers love white women.
Well, that's the thing is, we don't know each other.
That's why I'm asking the question, because I don't know you. So now we're having a conversation as grown men.
Right, but
Because the reason why this is important, right? That's a good thing. That's a beautiful thing. But guess what? What we're showing the young man, right? Because he's 21. You've been on the earth 40-something years. He's been on the earth 20-something years. How old are you, my brother? 16. He's 16. Come on, come on. So as older men, it's our job, duty, and responsibility to be an example to the young black man.
That's right.
You agree with that, correct? Now watch this. How you can be an example to the young man growing up. Because primarily you grew up with a mom and dad in the house? A mom, right? Without a father, right? Now he grew up with a father in the house, but he said his father never sat down and had a conversation with him on what it means to be a real man. So you see, we have failed as older men to the younger generation because his father's not even in the house. Now watch this. This is how we can fix this. Watch this.
Hebrews chapter 13, verse 4. Marriage is honorable in all.
God say what?
Marriage is honorable in all.
Now watch this, right? Was your father and mother married? You see that? Now, did you grow up in a household with a married father and mother? You did, right?
Actually, my mom and dad were married.
They were married.
But they weren't actually together.
So now you see it's a common thing in the black community. We are divided. Because guess what? Marriage brings us together. You understand that? A man and a woman coming together in marriage with your own people, like you said, having kids, now we have a family. Now we can build.
Right.
He inspired to grow up one day to be a father, a husband, right? To build a family. Do you aspire to grow up one day to break the cycle of the single-parent household? You see that? Because guess what? When the father's not in the house, the young man grow up, he don't know how to really be a man. You understand that? But this is where it started. Watch this.
Hebrews chapter 13, verse 4. Marriage is honorable in
Now the
all.
next question. You're not married, you're in a relationship. He's not in a relationship. Do you have a girlfriend? Have you ever had a girlfriend? You see that, right? Guess what? If you continue in that cycle to have a girlfriend, you're going to repeat the cycle of the single-parent household. Because if you have a girlfriend, right, y'all have problem issues, and y'all break up, right? What you going to do after that? You're going to find another girl. What she's going to do? She's going to find another man. And now we continue that cycle. But God said what?
Marriage is honorable in all, and the bed undefiled.
Marriage is an honorable thing with a black man and a so-called black woman.
Right.
They bring kids.
Right.
They have a family. When the kids grow up, mom and dad married, I'm going to get married. They have a family. That's how we continue to build a generation. You understand that? But now when the father's not in the house, the young man grew up with his mom, guess what? He moves off emotions. He don't know how to resolve conflict. Because all he knows is emotions because what? He learned from his mother. Can a mother teach a young man how to be a man?
Bring it out.
She can't do it.
Right.
It's impossible.
Right.
You understand? That's why it's very important for me and you to be an example to these young men. And we got to do what?
Marriage is honorable in all, and the bed undefiled. But whoremongers...
Now, God say marriage between a so-called black man and black woman is an honorable thing, right? Now you say if you don't want to get married, you're in a relationship. How long you been in a relationship? Too long. Now the real question is, right? You're in a relationship. Would you say you love that sister? You see the issue, right? Now, guess what? I grew up in a single-parent household. That's a common problem in our community. And as men, we got to fix that, my brother. You understand? Because when we don't want to get married, God said what?
But whoremongers and adulterers, God will judge.
If you don't want to get married, God said what?
God will judge.
God is judging us. You understand that? That's why the black man is on child support. He go to work, his whole check gone. Because why? He neglected his responsibility to take care of his kids.
Right.
He slept with that sister. Did you love that sister? Nah, maybe. Why you sleeping with her then? If you don't love that sister, why are you with her? You see the problem? You know what that's called? That's called you hate your people. You understand? You may not think that, but if your own people, your sister that look just like you, that got off the slave ship, guess what? The black man wasn't on the slave ship by himself. The sister was on the slave ship as well. Guess what? When the slave ship dropped in Haiti, Jamaica, America, it was the black man, the black woman, and the kids. You understand that? But now when we get to these places, Haiti, America, Jamaica, now we divided. I don't want to get married, but I want to sleep with you.
Right.
That's backwards, my man. We got to fix that. Because if you don't get married, God said he's going to judge you. Now, my question to you, right? For a brother that sleep around, right? So woman to woman to woman, right? A brother that
What can happen, like, if you sleeping how?
meaning having sex with a woman.
Yeah.
And you're not married to her.
Yeah.
Right? Now, my question to you, right? A brother that sleeps around, right?
Yeah.
From woman to woman to woman. A sister that sleeps around from man to man to man. How will God judge that person? What can happen to them in a relationship if they sleeping around from woman to woman, man to man?
This is my question for you. This is my question for you. What can happen to us?
Okay, what you got? What you think will happen if a brother sleeps from woman to woman to woman, or a sister sleeps from man to man to man? What's some of the things that can happen to them?
Maybe they're gonna have kids. Maybe
They want to find the right person.
I'm gonna help you out. Read that bottom part again, Hebrews 13:4. Then we're gonna show you how God's gonna judge us if we don't get married. Watch this.
But whoremongers and adulterers, God will judge.
Now he said, if I have a girlfriend, what's bad about that, right? Watch this. How will God judge you for having a girlfriend? Watch this.
Deuteronomy 28:61. Also, every sickness.
Every what?
Every sickness.
Every what?
Every sickness and every plague, which is not written in the book of this law, them will the Lord bring upon thee.
So every sickness that's not written in the Bible, God said he will bring those sicknesses upon you if you don't want to get married. HIV AIDS, right? How do a person catch HIV and AIDS?
Read out.
Yeah, how do you get that disease? You see that? So now if you have a girlfriend, how do you know she's not sleeping around with you? If a sister have a boyfriend, how does she know that man not sleeping around with her? And guess what? God said what?
Every sickness and every plague, which is not written in the book of this law, them will the Lord bring upon thee.
Now the question is, right, do you want to catch AIDS, HIV? Any STD, syphilis, you want to catch those diseases. So to avoid getting this sickness and judgment, what did God say? Go back to Hebrews 13:4. How old are you?
16.
How old are you? You 21. So you able to get married once you get your life in order.
Yeah.
Because according to the Bible, it's 20 years old and up when you read the book of Numbers chapter 1, right? So you're not even at that age yet that you be thinking about a woman. So should you be having a girlfriend? Negative. Negative, because why? If you was to get a girlfriend pregnant, are you able to take care of her and that child? You can't do it. So guess what? To break the cycle of the single parent household, you gotta wait till you're 20 years old and up. You have a job and income coming in to get married and be able to take care of that woman. Read that again.
Hebrews chapter 13, verse 4. Marriage is honorable in all, and the bed undefiled.
So marriage is an honorable thing, right? Do you want to be a father? Do you want to be a husband? So what do you think you got to do? Wait till you're 20 years old. Make sure you got income, a career income coming in where you can, guess what, provide that woman with a house. Let's get the cheap things in life. Let's get that. Because what is the man's responsibility on the earth when he becomes an adult? To do what? Protect them and what else? Provide. What does it mean to protect and provide? Explain that to me. And I want your input as well because you're old enough now. You're 21.
I would say to be able to take care of your children and your wife.
Right. What do you need to be able to do those things?
Money, a house, stable income.
Okay, but it's a lot of different ways to get money, right? How should, as young black, so-called black men that's not black, where your father come from?
Haiti.
Haiti. Where your father come from? Haiti. So guess what? Y'all are not Haitian according to the Bible.
That's right.
Y'all come from the tribe of Levi.
That's right.
We are the greatest people on the face of the earth. You got a royal bloodline running through your veins. So give me your examples again. What does it mean to provide? You say we need money, right? How do we go about getting that money?
Save a career. Being smart.
Being smart, right? Meaning what? Learning a trade, going to school, college, whatever it may take for you to get to that next level, right? You agree with that?
Yeah.
So having money, so how do you provide for her? Once you got the job, you got the income coming in, what are some of the things that you need? You got what I want?
Sirach chapter 29, verse 21. The chief thing for life is water.
So the most important things in life is what?
Water and bread and clothing.
Water, food, clothing, right? Who provide all those things for you right now? Your mom. So guess what? When you become an adult, a young man, responsible, now it's your turn.
Right.
You understand that? So the important thing in life is what?
Water and bread and clothing. And in house to cover shame.
And a what?
And in house to cover shame.
Yo, have a girlfriend when I live with my mom.
And in house to cover shame.
Meaning having your own place. You understand that? Yeah. So you gotta wait until you're able to get those things and be able to provide those things.
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom. What is the nation?
Nation is men leading by example.